Okay, so we're trying this again. Okay, so we got take two in there. Okay, that's good. So Facebook looks to be okay. I gotta share it. So let me share. So okay, groups. The Facebook, the way it does the groups is so weird. Okay, so I'm shared to the groups. Okay, now we're going to go into Twitter. We'll double check Twitter. Sorry that this all has to happen, but I don't know. Yeah, see, it's saying it's dropping frame rates again. Why is it dropping frame rates? I don't get this. Yeah, it's saying lost connection. I have service. I have service. This is a problem with my OBS for some reason. So if you're here, can you guys hear me okay? Because before, I don't think you guys could hear me okay. Let me take a look at my connection here. Yeah, the connection's fine. I don't get why OBS is not doing its thing. Welcome back, Eric. Um, 5 by 5. Okay, okay. Well, I'm glad it's doing good for you because as I'm looking at stuff, like it's telling me it's dropping all these frame rates, and I like that it's streaming super slow, and I just don't get why. Like I haven't changed anything. Um, OBS has been giving me problems. That's why I really haven't been using it as much. Maybe I've got to go through and reset everything up. Trouble on Facebook, but okay here. Okay, yeah, because so Restream is saying that my thing is it's a fair connection, but it's OBS is telling me that it's dropping all these frames and it's slow as can be. So I apologize. Uh, 30 FPS. I believe that's so. Okay, 30 is what I set it for. As I'm looking right now, it's saying that it's going out for 30, but it goes down to 10, and I don't know why it's going down. But it's saying that it's bad on my OBS, so I don't get it. This sucks because I do want to get into DUI guy, but I'll talk a little bit about Tug. I'm gonna watch that stream tonight with Tug and Megan Fox and Jeremy and George. I will be watching that later on tonight. I had to change the apartment's Wi-Fi here, my normal hotspot. So I'm in a wired connection. I've got one of those I've got one of those plugs where it sends a signal through the your power, and I've got it plugged in, so it goes from my router to I have a router here, and then it's a wired connection. So it's a wired connection throughout the whole thing. Um, I did not bring the kit. They're in the other room. I did have one this morning. I had one last night and one this morning because one last night just to try them. That was my dessert, and those things are sinful. They're good. They're messy, but good. And then I had one for breakfast this morning. I'm gonna take the rest into work and yeah, share them with coworkers today. I had a PTO meeting last night, so that's why I couldn't watch Tug. I had a PTO meeting, and then from that, I went to the grocery store where you all, that's where I recorded the video in the parking lot. Um, I just was like, these should not be allowed, and I should definitely not be allowed to buy these. Okay, we'll catch you later, Razilla. Thank you for joining, and yeah, catch the stream later. Because there is, so I'm not going to be on here long, but there is one very big thing that I want to talk about because no one is discussing this. And I'll switch here real quick. So the DUI guy did this video yesterday, and it's called "Lynette Cheated the System." Here's the thing: if you aren't following the DUI guy, absolutely go and follow the DUI guy. He does give good descriptions of like a lot of the stuff with this case. Madam Mayor was live on Tugs the other day, confirms facts that Jeremy has been saying. Oh yeah, oh yeah, and Madam Mayor, her and Brett have been there to see everything of what's been going on. So, um, So yeah, that's check out them, Madame Mayer's Adventures. I want to make sure I'm promoting everybody. Um, but yeah, they have some good stuff. Uh, Good morning, Factum. Good morning. Welcome again to the stream. Um, but I want to talk about this video that DUI guy did because he talks about the stalking. So let me go ahead and start this.
This all culminated in September of 2023, just a few short months ago, when Lynette Preston decided to file an injunction against Jeremy
After she heard Jeremy
petitioning
was
the
doing it.
court to stop Jeremy from stalking her. I'm sorry, what? Talk about a classic case of the pot calling a kettle black. Fine, whatever. In order for the court in Levy County, Florida, and by the way, the judge is Judge Craig.
We believe in going the extra mile to make sure that our boots will last for years to come.
I watched
Every pair of
already
Thursday boots are
one
handcrafted.
commercial, so you guys wouldn't have to deal with that.
Constantine de Thomasis, about whom I have made numerous videos.
Yep.
That you may be
Sign the
able
petition
to see,
to remove
where I talk about
grudge
how
judge.
incompetent he is, how many complaints
Morning, Bonnie.
he has received about his conduct. So Craig DeThomasis in Levy County, Florida, is the presiding judge on this case. It is now April 2024. This was filed in September of 2023. For reasons that you will have to explore in some of my other videos, as there is a playlist dedicated
And these are good
directly
videos, so
just
check 'em
for
out
what
if
the
you haven't.
Hales on my channel, you will see something very interesting. Jeremy has never had a chance to speak in court yet. Jeremy has never been given an opportunity to respond to his stalker, Lynette Preston, who again is calling him, saying he stalked me, Your Honor. Now, for reasons that escape me, and I would have to at least speculate, that because Lynette is, no offense to the residents of Otter Creek, but there's a lot of drugs going on there, namely methamphetamine.
Rug users.
It is not the cleanest city in the world, sorry to say. Lynette fits right in. It's her forte, in a way. I'm not saying she's a meth head or nothing.
Today
Why does he deserve to make money
That's
and I
okay.
don't?
That's a
But
funny movie.
Jeremy,
That's a funny video by DJ Radis. Check it out.
A gentleman who's an entrepreneur who runs a very successful channel on YouTube.
Okay, here's what I want to get
Here's
to.
what I've discovered. Lynette Preston initially filed her request in order to set a hearing on a petition for injunction for protection against stalking on September 8th, 2023.
Yep.
The
Okay.
court denied her
This is big.
request on September 13th, 2023. Apparently, Lynette created a chain reaction after that. So she files on September 8th, 2023. It gets denied on September 13th, 2023. On September 13th, the same day, she files another one. That one gets denied on October 11th.
Okay, same day. Okay.
On October 11th, she files a third try. That one gets denied October 26th. On October 26th, the same day again,
Same day.
she files a fourth
Okay.
attempt. That one gets denied on November 29th. And last but not least, and this is the one you all know and are familiar with, gets filed on November 29th, 2023. And on December 6th, 2023, the court finally grants it. This is insanity. Lynette Preston, we now have evidence. We now have confirmation and evidence that Lynette Preston has tampered with the court system. She was literally pummeling them the minute they denied.
This is very key. She is tampering with the court system, but there's an aspect of this no one is discussing. So
her until my wish is granted. She has abused the petitions for injunction for protection against stalking tool that are used for people who are truly victims.
okay. Now, here's what no one's talking about. And go watch all of DUI guys' videos. It's great video. So, and it's not very long, only 9 minutes. So, here's the question you ask. how is she able to quickly turn these injunctions around and keep, because pretty much what she's doing is it's draft 1, draft 2, draft 3, draft 4, to where she's getting closer and closer to putting everything in there with that she needs for to get an injunction. The key is Amanda Martin. Amanda Martin has been helping Lynette this whole time. That's the key piece here. Lynette goes to the court, files her injunction, comes back, it gets denied. Same day, she's putting in for a new injunction with new information because she's getting help from the victim's advocate who is clearly against Jeremy. And that's how this is happening. So I wanted to bring this because, Larry, he doesn't really discuss that in this video. No one is discussing that in this video. Amanda Martin is currently under investigation. This is what we need to highlight to the investigators. Lynette is getting free legal help from inside of the Levy County Courthouse. And you're not hearing that from anyone talking about this case. And we know that Amanda Martin is clearly biased against Jeremy. She's sent her own son, Steve the Rat, to attack Jeremy. From my understanding, the accusation of Mark Feather bribing her, that they gave her the injunction. So that is true, but where did that come from? How would Lynette know to phrase that? They ask for settlements. Lawyers talk about settlements all the time. So where would Lynette know to phrase it as a bribe? She has no legal background. She has no legal thing. It came from Amanda Martin. Amanda Martin is the key to this. Exactly, Bonnie. It wasn't even what Jeremy did. Yeah, absolutely. So this is the corruption that we have inside the Levy County court system. It's people like Amanda Martin who stay in the shadows trying to direct and control all of this. And here's the thing. I bet if we scratch this surface, we're going to find that Amanda Martin is tied to people. I think this has been alluded to already. Tied to people like Russell Meeks or Laura Mott, people who were on the Levy County Town Council previously, who attacked Jeremy and tried to go after Jeremy. But no one has been talking about this. I've wanted to do a petition or a letter or something. At least Governor Santos decided on the investigation and prosecution by the neighboring jurisdiction. Yeah, and that was the right thing to do. But we need to get people like Amanda Martin out. This is how we uncover the corruption. This is how we uncover it. So here's what I need you all, support squad, my support squad. Here's what we all need to do. We need to think about I'll come back later on stream, later on today, and we have to discuss what type of plan do we want to do. Should we do open records requests against Amanda Martin, requests and see if she has any text messages with Lynette Preston, and see those? Should we just go ahead and do a letter for her investigation? That's what we need to sit down and figure out next, because Amanda Martin with what she said to Mark Feather, and then now that we know that she's been the mole inside of the courthouse helping Lynette change all of her injunctions and essentially abuse the system, we need to devise a plan of how we're going to confront this, because on this channel I'm going to go ahead and transition out. But go check out the DUI guy's video. Make sure to tag him in this or send this to him. This is what we all need to, for those of us who don't like corruption, for those of us who don't like harassment, advocate, how much was she involved and what is she currently doing? because what we're seeing is Amanda Martin, she was helping attack Jeremy with Lynette now, and then she physically was helping to attack Jeremy with Steve the Rat. So we got to find out not just what did she do, who else was involved. You know, the cover up is always worse than the crime, but this is where the real work gets done. So we have to figure out where all this corruption is, and this is how we're going to root it out. So let's all we'll take the rest of the day. I'll come back later on today. Let's in the comments of this video, and if you see me on Facebook or Twitter or wherever, let's start a discussion about where we want to take this with the victim's advocate, and let's come up with some hashtags as well where we can start hashtagging this, because we had grudge judge. This is a victim creating advocate. I'm trying to think. Victimizing advocate. Hashtag victimizing advocate. I don't know. But this is what we have to do for our next step of rooting out all this corruption and getting this in front of people, because that we are now starting to connect the dots as to really what's going on in Levy County against Jeremy. It's not just a rogue judge. That's part of it, but that judge has been biased. He has been biased by the victim's advocate and people within the courthouse. That would just delay her investigation and would be denied for same. Won't the FBI getting federal government involved? So the FBI should be investigating the sheriff's department. Absolutely, they should investigate the sheriff's department and the DA for 14th Amendment violations.